Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about how much to charge for income tax preparation services. Before I get into the video, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment below saying I subscribe. I will try to personally reply to your comments. Let's get into the video. As we know, income tax preparation service is very important mainly because everyone has to file their taxes, whether it's individual or a business. A source of revenue generated by the federal government comes from taxes. So taxes is very, very important, especially in the United States today. So therefore, running a tax business can be very profitable for an individual because of the fact that everyone has to file their taxes. So when you start running your tax business, you want to make sure you are pricing correctly because this will and can be the determining factor that will decide if you make a profit or loss. The big question, how much you should charge for your tax services. I would basically look at the market in general, look at what the big brands are charging. For example, I would look at what HR Block and Jackson Hewitt are charging and base my price on that. For example, I think they charge anywhere between 250 to 350 for a 1040 tax return. That's someone with just a general W-2. And that's basically the industry standards, 250 to 350. So you starting off would look to charge anywhere between that. You would not want to go below that. Mainly because you need to take your expenses in consideration. You definitely want to do that. Running a tax business, there will be expenses that will be occurred by you. So, for example, if you make $80,000 a year doing taxes, that's just your revenue. That's not your that's not what you take home with, because there are going to be expenses associated with running the tax business. So when you look at the expenses you will occur, you look at things like telephone, you look at stuff as expenses as office supplies, ink for the printer. You need a printer itself. You may need a fax machine. You also have overheads like rent. If you're in a brick and mortar store, if you're in a storefront, you'll have to pay rent. You have to take that in consideration. Other expenses, you may need help. You may need to hire employees. You have to pay employees. If not, you may decide to look for help and have people on as 1099. Those are costs associated with running the tax business. So you have to consider those costs when you're starting up. So if you do not price correctly, all this will be hurting your bottom line. So it's important, I believe, to look at what the big brands are charging and the industry standards and have your price line between that. I would not go below 250 for a 1040. I think anything below that would be really pushing it for you. I don't think you'll be able to sustain as a business owner if you charge that little. So you want to keep your price on average around that 250 to 350 for 1040. When you can look at other forms like the business returns, like let's say look at the Schedule C. Um, you look at other forms like the S corporation. For example, the S corporation companies charge the rate for that. Tax companies charge between 500 and 1500 just for that form. So you want to have your price range within that also. Um, Also, I've seen companies charge for an S corp $2,000 because it was very complicated. So you want to make sure you charge correct for that form also, and charge within the industry standards. I just mentioned the Schedule C. That's a form I would charge anywhere within $500 to $1,000 for the Schedule C. Um, and that's basically the industry standard for the Schedule C, between 500 to 1,000. Sometimes you could go up to 1,000 because you may do a Schedule C where the business owner haven't done his bookkeeping for the year, and you'll have to end up sorting out all the receipts for him. So that will take a lot more work to get the tax return completed. So the $1,000 will definitely be justified to charge for just the Schedule C. The next thing, to justify your pricing, I would go ahead and niche. I will get an industry where you are the expert at it. For example, you could look at trucking, real estate. You could do taxes just for real estate agents, and this you can get resources from the IRS website. Go on the IRS website and study everything about real estate agents, and you just do your marketing based on doing taxes for real estate agents alone. That also will justify your prices, because you're going to get pushback from a lot of customers saying, well, your prices is too low. You are not one of the big brands like HR Block and Jackson Hewitt. Why are you charging those high prices? But keep in mind, you have to charge within the industry standards. You do not want to go below. You want to be aligned with them or even a little higher, because you have expenses as a business owner and you want to be able to survive. And also, you will be educated when come to doing taxes. So that also justify your prices. So you want to niche out. You really want to niche out. Be a master of doing taxes for a specific industry. So there's a lot of good niches there. As I said, you have real estate agents. You also have trucking. You have construction. So you can just do taxes just for the specific industries alone, and that also will help you to justify your price structure. And I recommend that. I think the best way to go is to niche out. Pick a specific industry and do taxes for them. Um, do taxes based on that industry. So that way you could charge, for Schedule C, you could charge your $1,000, even 800 per Schedule C form. And remember, that's just for the Schedule C form. If the real estate agent has a W-2, then you'll charge more for that also. So it's important when you starting off to have charge the right price for your tax business. And as I said, one of the important ways to do that is to look at what the industry is charging. You can look at the big brands and mimic your price structure based on that, because you definitely do not want to charge below. Because here's the deal: if you end up charging below the market price, and because the client is saying that your price is too high, they will have to get their taxes done, and they have to go out there and get their taxes done, and they will pay the price. They'll pay those industry prices to get their taxes done. So you want to stick with your guns and charge the price you need to charge, which is what the industry is charging. And so you have your prices not only correct, but you'll be able to succeed in your income tax preparation business. Because everybody at the end of the road, everybody have to get their taxes done. It's a requirement by everybody. It's a must. Everybody have to file their income taxes. I hope this video help you in terms of charging, how to charge for your income tax preparation service for your tax business. Thank you for listening. Thanks for watching this video. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, where we provide information on QuickBooks, bookkeeping, taxes, and wealth management. Also, click on the link below in the description of the video to download my free ebook on the 5 legal tax loopholes for tax saving strategies for individuals and business owners.